everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Hot Takes, where we watch a movie and then tell you if you should watch a movie. I am your movie-watching host, Older Bro.
I'm your other movie-watching host, Younger Bro.
And today we continue slightly late with the movie franchise that we continuously come back to, despite the fact that we probably shouldn't, but it is our ever-present return to Hot Takes franchise.
Yep. It's the thing that keeps these going.
Yeah. So, hopefully one of these days, Marvel will stop making movies, and then we can stop watching movies.
Well, I mean, DC might be a nice change.
I'll be the judge of that.
Honestly, James Gunn's Superman looks better and better with every trailer, if I'm being honest.
It does actually look very good, and I'm really hopeful for it, because I grew up on DC. I did not grow up on Marvel. I knew literally nothing about any Marvel characters except maybe Spider-Man. And I didn't even know that Spider-Man was from anything. I thought it was a standalone franchise that existed on its own. Right? Yeah. But I'll be damned if I didn't watch Young Justice and know some bits about the Justice League franchise.
I grew up on both.
Yeah. Like, obviously the Green Lantern animated series.
Oh, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
Growing up, my Marvel shows were Spider-Man, all of them, and, what was it? There was another one. It wasn't Spider-Man. It was, they had a lot of, classic Avengers movies, animated movies. I watched those. And they were pretty good. One of them was on the, how Ultron killed all the Avengers and their kids are the next up or whatever.
Young Avengers, probably.
The only 3 survivors from the original Avengers was Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor.
Yeah.
Everybody else is pretty much dead because of Ultron. Mm-hmm. But, with DC, I grew up on Batman animated series and the Justice League show. Mm-hmm. That's what I watched. And Teen Titans, if you count that.
Yeah, Teen Titans. Well, Teen Titans is definitely DC.
It's DC, so. Yeah. That too. Original. Not Teen Titans Go. Original.
Yeah. No, original Teen Titans, yep.
I didn't even watch that entire show. I maybe watched half of it, if that.
Yeah.
But I still liked that show whenever it came on.
Yeah, but regardless,
we are here with Thunderbolts.
Exactly.
So, after watching this movie, we finally figured out what the asterisk means, but yes. I don't think we should say what that means.
Well, to be fair, I unfortunately knew what that asterisk meant only in so much as when I went to look up the times to make sure we were going at the right time, the thumbnail on the website has the thing the asterisk is asterisking instead of Thunderbolts. So, unfortunately, the fucking movie chain spoiled what that asterisk was.
Very sad. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't have a clue. I wasn't expecting it, so...
No one was expecting it. I mean, in the movie, it was literally completely unexpected.
Yeah, seriously.
So, yeah. But no.
So a lot of talk about this movie, and people are saying this is one of the best ones since Endgame.
It's a very good movie, in terms of, the actual, having actors that are interacting with each other. It definitely had, the Avengers kind of energy.
Really good.
Where it's just thank God we finally have a team.
But I don't know. I don't think it was a bad movie by any means. I really enjoyed this movie. It made me laugh more than I thought I was going to laugh.
Yep.
And knowing that a lot of the shots that they did were actually in real world, remember the beginning?
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah.
Everything that happened in those first shots were real.
They like doing practical effects a lot. So you blow up a building, they just blow up the building.
So that's amazing to know. I didn't know about the blow-up building part until today.
Yeah.
I found out that was a real scene, too. I couldn't believe that one.
Yeah, that's just literal insanity.
But anyway, so my thoughts on the movie, better than the last movie. It's better than Captain America, that's for sure.
Yeah, I would say it's a good movie. Like, I think the last Captain America movie was good, but I also was thoroughly enjoyed this one. It was a very good movie.
But comparing it to the other movies, like, a lot of people are hating on Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I don't know why. Because I've rewatched that movie several times. The only problem I may have had with that movie was the design of MODOK.
Yeah, that could be.
That's kind of it. And maybe it's because they're not doing their Kang Dynasty anymore. And that's why it's getting shitted on so bad.
I think that's kind of the problem. Is Kang Dynasty kind of... With Kang being fucked over by the franchise, it's kind of left the plot doesn't have any good places to go. And even knowing from... Because there is an end credit scene, and it does give away a little bit of what they're going towards. Even knowing what they're going towards, it still feels weird. Because it's just like, oh, you fought 2 Kangs, and all the Kangs are coming. Not anymore. They're gone. It's just like... It's some weird shit's going on, and I think that's part of the problem with a lot of the recent movies, has been with them having to pivot from one thing to another. It's now, who knows?
But yeah, you're right about that. It's only been like 2 or 3 Kangs that they've actually fought.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
I
don't know either.
But I know one thing. I am looking forward to Fantastic Four and its extremely retro 50s style. That looks
same.
very cool.
Same. But anyway, guys, honestly, can I agree that this has been one of the better movies that we've seen since Endgame? I don't know. Wakanda Forever was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I guess it's partially depends on what exactly what you're looking at. This is definitely one of the best movies in recent memory, but
yeah, I'd say in recently, yeah. I think Thunderbolts did much better than Captain America, in my opinion, honestly. So, yeah, I would go watch it. I can agree that's one of the best in a while, but overall,
yeah, maybe the next movie with
Fantastic Four.
Well, Fantastic Four, but I was thinking like some of the other franchises. Maybe some of the other franchises coming back might be better. I still want to know what's going on with the fucking Dark Dimension or whatever that they just literally had Doctor Strange go off and just be like, we have something we need to solve, and that's just who the hell knows where.
Okay, I'll go ahead and say they finally did confirm that Benedict Cumberbatch is coming back in Doomsday.
Yeah. It's just like...
because it's like...
yeah.
We haven't seen him since then. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's off to do something. We don't know what, and... with certain things that are going on around now, it would seem like somebody should be showing the fuck up.
But yeah, I again, with Thunderbolts, I don't know if it's the best movie since then. It's like, we had Deadpool. We had Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, Deadpool
was
pretty good. Yeah. I don't know.
But what I do know is the thing after this is going to be Ironheart Disney Plus series. So,
yeah, I did hear about Ironheart.
So we're going to have the Red Hood introduced in that. And maybe Mephisto, since the Red Hood kind of killed a demon and took his cloak and that possessed him.
But we still need to have an actual Ghost Rider movie.
Would love to see that too.
Let's get Nick Cage back.
They're saying Nicolas Cage. They're trying to get him for either Doomsday or the movie after.
They can't. He's Superman. They're not allowed to use him. I still cannot believe that. Like, no amount of shitting on. Like, look, I will sit back and say that the Flash movie was not the best movie. I don't remember what we rated it as because we didn't do rating at the time. But I don't know what we would have rated it as. But I will love that movie forever for the sole reason that they had Nicolas Cage show up as Superman and fight that fucking spider. I want to see that movie. Release the movie.
Oh, and did you hear about Supergirl?
Mm-mm.
They're recasting her.
Mm.
They said that they were gonna bring that one back from Flash.
Mm-hmm.
No.
As I say,
Kinda pisses me
I think the
off.
whole point is the Flashpoint is completely killing off everything.
Which is
Like-
no, not entirely everything, because apparently Peacemaker takes place in James Gunn's universe, season 2 at least.
I don't know.
I don't
But
know either.
regardless-
so some characters are gonna
Yeah.
stay and some characters won't.
I think what's probably likely going to happen is they're going to treat it completely separately. As in, what's going to happen is certain actors will play the characters in this new universe, but that's it. They're not going to be treated as the same people.
I've not seen the Peacemaker trailer yet, but
Who knows?
my understanding is I think he's universe jumping.
Yeah, and exactly. And when we get into universal levels of people, that changes everything. But regardless, we're still not talking about Thunderbolts, which
I
is kind of
know.
a problem. So, I think we're probably good to move on to the spoiler section of the movie now.
Okay, so one of the biggest questions is, where's Taskmaster? Well, she dead.
Yeah,
she
just
dead.
straight died.
She got one voice line and died.
I just love the fact that it became extremely clear what was going on as soon as they enter the vault, and it's like, you're not my target. She is. You're not my target. He is. You're not my target. He is. But I'm your target. I'm targeting you.
Yeah,
It's just like, okay.
there was a good parallel with
Like,
that.
I loved the whole, just like, okay, I get it. They have tasked 4 people to kill each other.
And did you notice the scene with the knife? When Yelena threw the knife at Ghost, she threw it then at Taskmaster, who threw it at John Walker.
It was such a great scene of just grab, throw
And
back.
it's all the way
Perfect.
back. It was beautiful.
Yep. Absolutely excellent.
But, so that begs the question, is Taskmaster going to return? Here's what I think is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think the mantle of Taskmaster is going to be passed down.
Probably.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Someone else is going to become Taskmaster. But as for right now, the person who we knew as Taskmaster is dead.
Because one of the biggest problems with the MCU with Black Widow was Taskmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone hated how they did Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Because Taskmaster is supposed to be this guy who is very skilled and can read your movements so well that he can kill you with your own attack effectively. The best version of Taskmaster we have had in a while was the one from the first Spider-Man game from Sony.
Yeah.
They want that Taskmaster.
Yeah.
That's what the people want in the movies.
Yep.
And I think they killed off this Taskmaster to make way for that one.
Could be.
And I hope that's the case. I want to see better Taskmaster on camera.
It's very possible.
Please, MCU, please be that's what you're doing. Please.
Yep.
But regardless, so they save Bob, who
Yep.
is the
Bob.
Sentry, and the Sentry.
Sentry's fucked
Holy
up.
fuck.
Yeah. He is fucked up. I don't know what they're going to do with his character because it seems clear that A, he is going to eventually be Sentry again, but B, he needs to find some way to solve that problem because otherwise that's going to be a problem.
So,
Big problem.
from my understanding, is he has a multiple personality disorder.
Basically. But the problem is it's not because obviously one of the solutions you could try to pose is just split them apart, but you really do not want to split them apart because that guy would become literally uncontainable.
That was actually a plot in the comics.
Yeah.
That in one of the recent ones
Yep.
too. So that's not far-fetched.
No, it isn't far-fetched, but it would be an awful, awful plan. Because then you'd have an uncontrollable, unstoppable entity that just kills everything. Instantly. Like, it would be impossible. At least now he's containable. By the way, I like how I guess he's now their Hulk. And also their Vision.
Yeah, he can actually contend with
Yeah.
the Hulk, Worldbreaker Hulk
Yeah.
specifically.
But just, yeah, he's basically Go back, 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 go back.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Yeah, that's basically the other half.
So, the other half of Century, there's actually technically 3 halves, but I don't know enough about the third half.
Yeah.
To explain it.
Well, I mean, we already seen 3 halves. There's Bob, there's Sentry, and there's whatever the hell the shadowy thing is. So there's already 3 halves.
I think that's the best way you
Yeah.
can explain it. There's Bob, which is his normal
Yeah.
state. Century, which is the mighty hero.
Yeah.
And the Void,
Yeah.
which is the dark entity.
Yeah.
So that's what the Century is, and to see him on camera, oh
Yeah.
man.
I like the fact that their decision in this movie was, oh, we need to make a new hero who's all the Avengers in one. I know, we'll build Vision. They basically made Vision.
Actually, the purpose of this character when they first made him was they wanted to do Superman.
Yes. Oh no, but with how the MCU has worked so far, Vision was Superman, for all intents and purposes. That's who the Vision character was up in the MCU.
Yes,
now we've
but
met literally
This is literal
2.0 Vision Superman.
So
Like,
this is just
holy
Superman
shit.
on drugs, and that's not a joke.
No.
That is literally what happened to him.
He is all of the DCEU Superman. He is both best Superman and also Martha Superman. Like, he is every Superman.
Yeah, so the whole plot of this movie is
I mean, it's literally an anti-hero movie. Just everybody gets together to try to not die and then try to stop the villain.
yeah, the lady who's been recruiting all the anti-heroes up to this point, she is being put on trial, and she's trying to wipe her records clean.
Yeah.
So that she doesn't get impeached.
I like the fact that this entire movie, they go about trying to stop her and the thing that and the Sentry, the things she's created, and by the end of it, they all are ready to kill her, and then the thing happens, and the girl just walks up and she's like, "We own you now,"
Dude,
and it's
that
just
was
so
so good.
perfect. Just
I'm going to kill that lady.
yeah, just because and she's right. She is very good within a split second of making a decision that saves her ass. But this decision has also cost her all ability to have any freedom. It's like, you're not going to jail, but now we own you.
So
You
so
do what
freaking
we
good.
say.
But yeah, guys, so they're going to save Bob and
Yep.
tried to kill this lady, but that didn't exactly go to plan because they got announced as something, but I will not say what it is.
Yeah. Oh, we can announce that they got announced as the Thunderbolts, because they are the Thunderbolts. By the way, the fact that the Thunderbolts name is just, oh, that's the name of her fucking sports
Her
team,
soccer
is so
team.
stupid.
And yeah, the acting between all the characters, it felt so real.
Yeah. And they all felt like they didn't like each other, and like we're just like,
I don't like you. I don't like you either. Let's work together, okay?
yeah, just, yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, always happy to see Captain Soviet Union. Very nice guy. By the way, can I just say that this team has 3 fucking Captain Americas? We have Bucky Barnes, the Shadow the Hedgehog of Captain Americas. We have whoever the fuck the one guy is.
the Red Guardian.
No. Captain Soviet Union, the anti-Captain America. And then the third guy.
The full-on Captain America.
Yeah, the I don't remember him. What the fuck was his story?
So he was in the Disney Plus Falcon and Winter Soldier story.
Oh, so
And-
he's the one who, yeah, he was Captain America, and then Falcon had to stop him basically, and he became. That's why Falcon is the Captain America now,
Yes
basically.
and no. So Falcon, apparently after getting announced as the new Captain America, didn't want that responsibility.
Yeah.
So he gave the shield to the government, and the government announced the new Captain America, and
Yeah.
that was John Walker.
Yeah. Which also makes a lot of sense for the end credits scene in this movie, where they mention Falcon and how he's not happy with what's going on. That probably explains why he was so angry and being like, "No, I will not sanction this."
Yeah, that explains
that. That definitely explains things. You can't form a team. I don't care. Also, can we just say how bad of an idea it would be to have Sam be on the team? We don't need 4 Captain Americas. Like, for God's sakes, we already have Bucky and Captain Soviet Union and fake Captain America. We don't need also Captain America. Like, so,
but
this team is a little bit one note, unfortunately.
But yeah, guys, the movie ends with them getting announced as the Thunderbolts, and that they own the lady that was recruiting them, which is so good.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And they save Sentry. Sentry does not die.
Sentry does not die, but also is not currently Sentry.
Yeah, he's currently Bob.
Yep, and will be Bob. Yeah, and he will be Bob for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
Now,
so good.
Now, I will say there was one thing that I was annoyed about, because the final end credits scene has a song play in it, which they put in the credits.
Yeah, I know.
Songs, and I saw that and was like,
know.
Wait, but that hasn't appeared in the movie.
And
then it did.
It did.
And it's like, but that ruins the point of the end credits scene. It's obvious what you're announcing when you put that song with that name.
Stupid. I saw that too.
Well, also I saw the thing that they were like, unidentified object. They showed the shape, and I immediately knew what they were announcing.
Same.
It's like I didn't have to see what was on it. I just like, okay, obviously. But for fuck's sake.
Alright, so the first post-credit scene was funny, and it was actually supposed to be of Alexei, Red Guardian, videotaping Yelena and Natasha as kids at that moment where that girl pooped her pants on the soccer team.
That would have also been quite a good... That would have also been quite a good scene.
But they said that he would have had some kind of really bad camera, and it might not have been good enough. Yeah. So they're like, Red Guardian saying to some lady, that's me on the books.
Yeah, that was also very good, because the whole bit of them saying, like,
God.
We will be famous and be on Wheaties, and then you get the Wheaties box. But he looks nothing like Red Guardian anymore is the problem. Red Guardian's this grizzled old man, and when he shows up, he's like, oh, now he looks kind of more like Bucky, where he's, like, much more clean-shaven. And honestly, I think it looked like he lost weight in that scene a little bit. Like, he actually looked very good, and it's like, no one's gonna know what you look like. You don't look like that anymore.
Yeah, and then we get the final post-credit scene, which is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And that's, they get a reading on some tablet saying time-space anomaly.
Yeah.
Just like in...
Well, extra-dimensional anomaly. Yeah.
Just like in past Marvel movies now have given us, basically. And they look on their camera, and it's the Fantastic Four ship from Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yep, so literally that movie, I don't think it's going to end in the, what's the actual universe number?
We don't have it.
Well, no, I mean the one for, that's not 616, that's the...
No, I'm saying we don't have it, we don't know.
No, I'm saying the one we're currently in for the MCU, that's not 616, it's the one that Sony says
1999.99.
Yeah, 19, yeah. So, I don't think the movie's going to end with them going to 1999.99 or whatever. They're not going to, that's not going to be in the movie, but the movie's going to end, they're going to end up going up to space at some point in the end credits or something. And that's going to lead into the end credits of this movie.
So, what we're predicting is with Fantastic Four First Steps, everything's not going to end kindly.
No.
Earth is going to get destroyed in their universe.
Something.
And they're going to come back to the 616 universe. And what I mean by come back is, apparently, the Fantastic Four were in the 616 universe at some point, but when they went up to space, they dimension hopped by accident. And that's how Benedict Cumberbatch knew who the Fantastic Four was with that one joke
Yeah,
in the
because he
Multiverse
said,
of Madness.
weren't they from the 50s?
60s.
Yeah, 60s. Yeah,
Didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
they're going to come back to the 616 universe, and they're going to team up with the current heroes.
The current groups, yeah.
And it's going to lead into Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, which is clearly trying to be Crisis on Infinite Earths, basically.
And so far, it's going to be 1005 universe, X-Men universe, the original, versus the 616
yeah, the
universe.
199999 universe.
So we're going to see mutants versus superheroes. Now,
Yeah.
we don't know if Ryan Reynolds or Wolverine is in it.
Yeah, well, we have to presume, because Deadpool isn't from that universe, right?
No, he is.
The-
He is from 10005. That's
Yes.
what they said in the movie.
But Beast, which we saw in the Marvels, that clearly can't be the Deadpool universe because everyone's fucking dead in that universe.
Well, in the movie, what was it? It was the movie before Dark Phoenix. Anyway, in that movie, they sent Wolverine back in time and everybody lived.
Sure.
And that's the timeline that we assume that Deadpool is currently on.
Oh, so you're saying when he went back, he didn't exactly save his timeline. They jumped to the new timeline, which currently still has all the X-Men.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So, we don't know if Hugh Jackman or Ryan Reynolds are going to be in it. But, literally everybody else is returning from the original X-Men movies.
Isn't at least a couple of those people dead?
No. All of them are still alive.
That seems impossible. Just like, but okay.
I think the only ones we're not sure about is Kitty Pryde and maybe Iceman.
Yeah.
I don't think they're returning.
So,
and Rogue.
to be clear on this though, it is literally Disney's Marvel versus Fox's Marvel.
That's what Doomsday's gonna be in Battle World. It's gonna be so good.
Okay.
I can't wait to see Professor X fight I don't know, John Walker.
That's Sam Wilson.
Or Sam Wilson's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for Doomsday, very excited for Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Very, very excited.
But I don't think there's really anything else.
Yeah, no, music in this was fine. Like there nothing like super outstanding. It was fine music. So
Yeah, and the plot was great.
Plot was good. Very happy. So okay, let's look at the audience and critical consensus on Thunderbolts. So, audience and critical consensus is shockingly very close. So, critical consensus 88%, audience score 94%, which is shocking.
I'm very surprised that everybody's in agreement.
That is quite shocking that both groups are. Yeah, that's the one that's on that's the poster that's on the fucking site, and it's just like that ruins the joke.
And they said they're gonna put that poster on the theaters now.
Yeah, and it's like and that ruins the fucking bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reveal. So, let's see if there's a critical consensus. Assembling a ragtag band of underdogs with Florence Pugh as their magnetic standout, Thunderbolts refreshingly returns to the tried and true blueprint of MCU's best adventures. I think I can agree to that to some extent. The Thunderbolts movie feels like OG, like one of like the OG Avengers movies.
Yeah, and that's what Kevin Feige wants to get back to.
Yes, exactly. So I think I would agree with that. So, yeah. So what is your opinion on score for this movie?
On score?
Yeah.
It still leaves a lot of questions, that's for sure.
Yeah, the movie's not a standalone movie. We can't judge it that way. It's definitely an MCU movie.
But I also don't think it was as good or as big as Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine was very good. Very agreed.
I would give it like a solid like 90.
Yeah, I might say 85 only because I think it's a very similar quality to Captain America. I don't know if it's like a lot better. Than
I
Captain
thought
America,
it was better.
But yeah, both very good movies. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this hot take. We'll come back next time with a new movie. Until then, we'll see you all in the next hot takes.
We promise it's not Marvel.